Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here again for another How to Transform video. In today's video, we're going to be continuing on with the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen toy line, because today I'm going to be showing you how to transform the 2009 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Optimus Prime. Now, you guys will obviously know that I already covered the 2007 version of Optimus, and then I did a comparison to those two, that one and this one while they're in their vehicle mode. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a comparison to the two while they are both in their bot mode. So we'll be doing that later on in this video, and I think you guys will like that. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to go over a couple of details that Optimus has while he's in his vehicle mode, and then we will get on to transformation. So for right now, we're going to bring Optimus in for a close-up. Now, just like with the 2007 version, we have this huge Peterbilt semi-vehicle mode for Optimus. Now, obviously, this one is a newer design than 2007, so it's a little more elegant, a little more sleek, a little more, for lack of a better word, compact, I guess, for lack of a better word. But anyway, so let's go over some details. So the first thing we're going to notice right here is that he has the Autobot symbol as a hood ornament right there on the top of the grille. You'll also notice that he has the Autobot symbol right there on the visor above the above where the driver's seat would be. I especially love that with these designs, like with the grill of Optimus, if you look carefully, you can see all the the amount of detail that they put in, like the grill. They gave him the transparent plastic headlights. They especially if you look at the tires, look, they even included like design accurate the bolt pattern for the tires. You see all the holes that are set up inside the rim of the tire. The tires even have the tread pattern on them. He's got like this toolbox right here, and he's got it on the other side as well. I especially love that just the amount of detail on these guys. It just keeps getting better and better. Like if you look, you can even see like the bolt pattern from how the truck would have been constructed and stuff like that. You can see it all around the door. If you go around the back here, you'll see that he's also got the clear plastic for the brake lights and the running lights and everything. They just did an amazing job. Like I said in my last video, the 2007 Optimus was a great design. It was a great first try. This one is a little bit better. But I don't care if it's 10 years old, 20 years old, 30 years old. It's Optimus Prime, and he's going to be cool. He's going to look cool no matter what, if they do it right. But anyway, so going back to details, like I said, you guys will notice all the bolt patterns. You'll see that there's like an indent for like a cabin door right here. I would imagine this version of the Peterbilt semi, I believe, is supposed to be like a sleeper cab. I think that's what this is back here. I could be wrong, but anyway. And then one other thing I like is that he has a better designed fifth wheel hitch receiver right here. Or not a fifth wheel, just the trailer receiver. Now, I do know that for the Dark of the Moon series, obviously the Leader Class Optimus was virtually identical, other than a couple of key differences. I actually have found out that they made, I don't remember the name of the company that made it, but there is actually a full-size semi-trailer that can be purchased. I honestly have no idea how much it would be, but they actually, there was a company that actually came out with a full-size semi-trailer that could be attached to the Leader Class Optimus onto the hitch receiver. And it was compatible with the ROTF Optimus and the Dark of the Moon Optimus. And it would open up just like his mobile weapons platform that you see in Transformers Dark of the Moon. I would imagine that there are a few collectors out there who actually got their hands on it. I have not been that lucky, although I would love to add it to my collection someday. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the transformation. Or actually, one thing I wanted to show you, one thing before we get going. If you look right here, you'll see that there's actually a button. And if you push that button, you get some pretty cool lights and sounds. You get some red flashing lights inside the cab of the truck, and you get a semi-truck idling sound, as if he's just sitting and waiting to go. All right, so now let's get on to the transformation. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here, and we're going to go ahead and grab the gas tank, and we're going to pop this whole section out just like this. It's getting ahead of me. We're going to go ahead and pull this whole section out just like this, and we're going to go ahead and do it on the other side as well. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to flip it up straight just like this, and then we're going to take the smokestacks and we're going to pop those up and spin those around on their hinges just like this. Now, one thing you'll notice is that on the gas tanks, there are these little peg holes. These will line up with these pins, and we'll just go ahead and fold those down just like that. And we'll go ahead and do that on the other side as well. Go ahead and line that up and bring that down. Come on. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is you'll see that there are 2 gray pins right here. And then there's also a blue connector pin on each side right by where my fingers are at. What we're going to do is we're going to push on that gray pin and then pop the blue pin out as well. And give me 1 second. These are a little... There we go. Pop that out and then push that in just like that. And then that'll give that just kind of the loose swing right there. Go ahead and pop this one out too and push that down. And this one will kind of swing free. Now, when you do this, what we're going to do is we're going to flip this back halfway. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flip this inside panel in. And as we do, we're going to take the smokestack, make sure it's folded all the way out on its hinge so there's no gap right here. And we're going to swing this all the way around just like that. And when you do, you'll see that there is a... Actually, I don't know if you can see it. I apologize. You'll see that you have this blue gap, this blue space right here. It will fit nicely onto this blue pin that is right here. My lighting is not the greatest. I am very sorry. There we go. You see that blue pin right there? So we'll go ahead and line that up. We'll go ahead and push that together. And then put with your finger, push right here. And that will click into place just like that. All right, let's see if I can do that a little bit better on this side. So we've got this folded down halfway. We'll go ahead and flip this in. And we're going to swing this all the way around. Like I said, make sure the tank is folded out all the way. Swing this all the way around. And we'll go ahead and line that up with that pin right there. Fold that in just like that. And then snap that in just like that. And there we already have Optimus's back ready to go. All right, so now comes the fun part. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to take the whole lower section and we're going to pull off the top section. So what we need to do first is we need to grab right here and pull forward on the grill of the truck, which will release those pins right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this whole section up on its double hinge, just like that. So now he looks really creepy. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here and we're going to pull the grill of the truck apart, just like this. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this whole section down. We're going to flip that wheel up. We're going to flip this one in and then flip that wheel back down. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here. There's a hinge here and a hinge here. We're going to take this whole piece and there's a peg hole right here that peg will fit nice and snug into. We'll get that done. And then what we'll do is we'll take this piece. We're going to flip this out, flip this out, flip this in, flip this back, click it into place, and bend his foot. And there we have Optimus Prime's foot. And then if you want, you can actually take the front wheel of his truck and fold it back just like that. So we'll come over here. I'll show you. I'll go a little bit slower on this side. So first thing we'll do is we're going to bring this all the way down. We're going to flip this tire up. Now, like I said, I don't think I mentioned on the other side, but this tire has a little double hinge. So you push it into its groove, up into its groove just like that, and then bring it down, bring the other tire down just like that. And then like I said, with this piece, there's a hinge here and a hinge here. Go ahead and bring this up. There's the pin, there's the peg hole. Push that in, and then flip out, flip up, flip back, and this will peg. There's a little pin there's a little long pin right here. It'll peg right into that port right there. Click those together. And then, like I said, it's optional if you want to bring the tire down. But there we already have Optimus Prime's legs ready to go. All right. So there we got his legs ready to go. We're moving right along. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here. We're going to swing these pieces down. Now, these are also on another double hinge. So go ahead and fold this down and then swing this up just like this. Fold this down and then swing it up on the double hinge just like that. That's all we're going to do with those for right now. All right. Give me 1 second while I move the camera and so we can continue. Just 1 second. All right, guys, and we're back. I just went ahead and moved up the camera so we could get Optimus all the way into the frame. All right. So right now, he kind of looks like one of the Imperial walkers from Star Wars. We don't want him to look like that. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these tanks right here, and we're going to pop them out just like this, and just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come right here, and we're going to separate the hood into its two pieces. But before you pull it all the way out, make sure you flip these tanks up a little bit so this plating can clear where the tank is sitting. So flip up the tank a little bit and then flip out the armor plating, just like that. And then if it helps, go ahead and bring them back down so that way you don't have to worry about them. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the two windows of the cab and we're going to pull them up out of their housing. They're actually just kind of fitting snug in here into grooves that are inside the arm. We'll flip that up. And flip that up just like that. And there's Optimus's head sticking up. Next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and bring his head up. And it's on a double hinge. And we'll... Yes, we all know who you are. Thank you. We'll go ahead and get his head set up into its position just like that. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to get his arm set up. So what we're going to do first is we're going to bring one arm out to the side. We're going to push it in so that way it's flush right here. Or straight. And then what we're going to do is we're going to swing down and swing up. And then what we'll do is there's the double hinge right here. We'll push this back until it pops into his shoulder, basically. And then what we'll do is we'll turn the arm, flip up. Yep. Okay. Turn the arm, flip up this piece right here, just like that. And then we'll go ahead and rotate his arm. We'll flip up the tank. Go ahead and bend his arm at the elbow. And then we'll go ahead and get that all seated back. We'll bring his shoulder down, flip up the tank. And there we have one of Optimus Prime's arms ready to go. All right. I apologize for that. There we go. Here. All right. Let's do that better this time. All right. So we've got his arm just like that. We want to straighten this piece right up here. We'll go ahead and bring his arm out. If it helps you guys, go ahead and flip out his sword. That way you don't have as much to maneuver around. And one other thing I didn't even think to mention, if you want, you can actually flip this silver piece down first before you rotate his arm up into its position, just to make it a little bit easier. So. All right, so we had his arm just like that. I flipped that piece down. I flipped out his sword. So now what we'll go do is we'll swing it up, get that set, lock that in, then turn his shoulder, bring his arm down, flip up the tank, bend his elbow, and turn his arm. And then what you can do is put his sword back into its housing, just like that. So we're almost there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and there's a little blue piece right here. We're going to flip this out on his, what will become his chest. Flip that out just like that. And as we bring this down, so we'll go ahead and bring this down. And as we do, this piece right here will push up on the door. And you'll see as it pushes out, he has some gears inside his chest. Look right there. He has some gears inside his chest that will actually move around. So as we push this down, you're going to want to take this little piece right here, and it's going to pop into this groove right here. So we'll go ahead and push that in. There it goes. It popped in, and then right here on his collarbone or shoulder, whatever, push that down, and it will click into place just like that. So we'll go ahead and we'll come right here, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. And as you can see, I push, there it is in its set position. You push it back, and that little bar right there pushes that piece out. Go ahead and snap in his chest piece and snap his shoulder down. So there we have Optimus's chest pretty much ready to go. The next thing we're going to do is, you'll notice that obviously he's got this huge gap right here. there's a pin right here that will connect right into the trailer hitch. And when you connect it, you get a transformation sound. And then what we'll do is we'll come back here and we'll take these red pieces. We're going to flip them around. Now you'll see that there is a little peg hole right there and there's a little pin right there. Just go ahead and bring these up and seat them right into that pin, right into those pinholes just like that. And then we have Optimus Prime's back ready to go. There we go. And there we go. We have Optimus Prime transformed and ready to go. I apologize for all the mishaps I had with that. I honestly think I need to practice with some of my figures a little bit more because they typically just sit on my display. But anyway, so there we go. We have the 2009 Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime transformed in all his glory. And as you can see, compared to my 2007 version, and I'll show you that one in just a moment, this design is way more screen accurate. Actually, I did forget to do one thing. Go ahead and take the visor and flip it up. And there we go. Now he's ready for battle. So what I'm going to do first is I'll show you a size comparison, or a detailed comparison. So here is my 2007 with my 2009 Optimus Prime. As you can see, the 2009 version, way better detailing. But I gotta admit, this one is a great design. This one's just a little bit better. And then, like I was saying earlier, with the Dark of the Moon Optimus, this design was just transferred over to the Dark of the Moon series. They did make a couple of differences. Like for instance, here he has the solid chest piece. In Dark of the Moon, he doesn't have the plastic right here and right here. But anyway, let me go ahead and move this Optimus off to the side. All right, so there we have Revenge of the Fallen Optimus. Now, I want to actually show you a couple things. So I have been known to buy knockoff weaponry for some of my figures. One thing I have actually bought, and I have the extra arms right here, I have actually been able to find, this is just an extra arm that I have for spare parts. I actually found these online. I forget where I got them, but they actually have posable hands that you could actually interchange with the solid fists. There is a major drawback though, since these are knockoff hands, they really don't work that well. They do have a little bit of wrist articulation. They have the posable fingers, but the biggest reason why I bought them is because in here, and I think I might have gotten these off eBay. I don't remember though, but he actually has the spiked knuckles that he used. These hands actually have the spiked knuckles that Optimus used on Shockwave in Transformers Dark of the Moon. They just really don't support weight very well, but it's still kind of cool when you can buy stuff like this to modify your figures to make them look more screen accurate. Another thing I got was actually it was a knockoff version of Megatron's gun from Dark of the Moon as well. It even has the little pump action on it, which is kind of cool, and it does fit solidly into Optimus's hand. And then another thing I found was a knockoff Buster cannon. This is just a really basic one. It doesn't mount to him, but mount on the back of him like the gas tanks, like his gas tanks do in the movies. But this one does actually sit firmly in his hand, and he can actually aim it. And it can actually turn into the gas tanks, but this one won't mount to him. And then, in addition to those, Optimus obviously does have his onboard weapons, which are his snap-out Energon blades. And you'll see the switch right there on his arm, and when you push it, when you push it, his sword is supposed to pop out. Now, in the first movie, he did actually have his sword. After I did my 2007 Optimus video, I actually got lucky and I got online and I found the snap out battle sword for the deluxe leader class Optimus, and it's got the switch on it and the blade just springs out. Obviously, quite a bit of difference. This sword's way more detailed. This one's really just cosmetic, I guess. But anyway, guys, So there we have the 2009 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Optimus Prime, with a brief appearance by my 2007 Optimus. If you guys have any other ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do, feel free to comment below. Even hit the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and I will do what I can to help you out in the future. Until then, bye.